Good morning, natural gas. It's Monday, May the 11th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and this is the top news for natural gas. Number one, the Iran war negotiations continue. Number two, a Qatari LNG tanker has cleared the Strait of Hormuz. Number three, Yamal LNG, this is Russian, hits a record output due to EU demand. And number four, U.S. natural gas production is trending lower due to weak prices. Let's turn to the spot June natural gas contract. We're currently trading at 286.90, up 11.2 cents or over 4%. And as you can see, we're above the 13-period exponential moving average. Our next target here to the upside, 292.90. That's the 48-period exponential moving average. The RSI has turned positive and it's open to the upside. So let's take a look at the hourly chart. We are holding above the daily pivot, which came today at 277.90, cleared first resistance at 282.30, and we're now up and trying to test second resistance at 288.90. The RSI is pointing higher still. So we'll look for this market to at least establish a range between the first and second pivot resistance levels. And why? Because the temperature outlook for the 8 to 14 day is above normal, not only for the West, but for the South, in particular the Carolinas and Tennessee. As you can see, above normal temperatures, that dome of hot air is settling into the South and Southeast. And why? Because we've got a drought, folks. And yes, I know I've been harping on this forever, but here it is. This is extreme drought, an exceptional drought, particularly around the Carolinas and into Florida. And as you can see, also in the interior of Colorado and parts of Arkansas and Texas. So this problem here of not getting enough rainfall is going to make temperatures soar. But here in ERCOT, what's going on? We've got low wind. Renewables here are only going to clear about 30,000 for the day. And that means that they're going to be less than half of our demand, which is over 61,000 megawatts. And tomorrow, we're looking well over 66,000 megawatts. So though temperatures are coming in, that means that natural gas will take market share because wind is down and temperatures are rising. What else is going on? Golden Pass, which today is only running 259,000 MMBTUs. Last night, over 500,000 MMBTUs, the highest we've ever seen for Train 1. So we don't know if this is an operational hiccup or they're just throttling it back here to test equipment and see what goes on. We'll look for the next few days to see if they push this back up toward 500,000 MMBTUs. What else is going on here? So the Sea Eagle is out to sea. That's correct. It's north of Havana right now and looks like it's pushing out toward Europe. So let's take a look at what else is going on for that our LNG system right now. This was the first loading. This vessel here is moving back into the sea lanes. It's cleared the English Channel and it looks like it's heading back toward the US. And let's take a look at what else happened here over the weekend. This is the LNG tanker here. We've been watching this used as shuttle service between Qatar and Kuwait, and now it cleared the Strait of Hormuz. This vessel is now moored off of Pakistan, in particular Karachi. So it's probably going to unload into Pakistan because Pakistan is desperate for LNG right now. And let's take a look at what else is going on. The front to back spreads. This is the Jan versus the October spread, and it's broken out of this channel support that we've been watching. And now we'll target 125 to the downside. The RSI has crossed to the down. So let's look at the strip. The Novi through March strip is actually turning positive. Right now, we're currently up 4 cents to 394.70 or over 1%. That means the back of the board actually is moving up, but the front of the board is moving up faster because of the heat. How about Europe? Or excuse me, here's the United States. Sorry, first we'll go to the United States here. And as we go through the forecast period, we can see that temperatures start to really rise here. We're getting a little bit of a choppiness here in this. I'm sorry for the technical problems. There we go. We're starting to see some temperatures get into the 90s here as we go through the forecast period. And yeah, we've got a technical glitch here. Let's move over to the heat risk. And this is the heat risk we've been watching here, building out west, especially in the desert Southwest and parts of Florida. As we go through the forecast period, this extends toward the interior parts of the United States, including West Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. This expands on Friday and into the southern part of Texas on Saturday into Sunday. There's that 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. As you can start to see, the moderate heat risk is now expanding all the way up toward Washington, D.C. and St. Louis. So let's turn to Europe, and we've got some cooler temperatures right now going through Europe here. This is expected. It was supposed to warm up as we got into the forecast late in the period, but guess what? We've got some cooler temperatures showing back up here, expected on the 25th into Poland, Germany, and parts of France. So that means that they get a brief warm up before getting cool again. How about the EU natural gas storage? Well, certain countries are doing very well, others not so much. Most countries are putting gas into the ground today, and that includes the Netherlands, which of course is just sitting above 11% right now. We've got to keep a careful eye on that. Every day is injection day in the Netherlands. How about Asia? Well, pretty much the same kind of picture. Warm temperatures coming through here in the forecast period. Again, that cooler temperature is basically sitting back in Mongolia. You can see it's starting to get warm in the eastern provinces, parts of the Koreas, and Japan as we get into the forecast period late. If there is a super El Nino, that means Japan will experience a very warm summer. That would also include the Koreas and China, where Trump is visiting this Thursday. Let's take a look at the U.S. nuclear fleet. Well, we've got 14.1 gigawatts that are offline currently right now, and that is expected to continue to move lower as we go through the forecast period here, because seasonally we do come off here and bottom out between July and then waffle to the sideways for September as the nuclear units are ready for summer heat. We've got 2 units that are still down, Fermi and Palisades. Again, Palisades is being recommissioned, so hopefully it'll be online by summer. How about the tropics? This is the Saharan air layer. Again, as we inch closer and closer to the start of the Atlantic hurricane season, that's June 1st, you can see we've got this Saharan air layer. Again, last year this inhibited any major storm development until late in the period. So if we're going to get one, it's got to come off of Panama, off of Honduras, or somewhere in the Gulf of America / Mexico. And here's the stocks for the oil and gas E&P sector. Stocks between $2 and $10 billion have a high short float over 10%. And as you can see, with prices moving up, both in crude and natural gas, we've got some winners here. CRGY rebounding over 2% here. CNX behind me up 1.5%. So recapping again, for the spot June natural gas contract, we're currently trading at $2.8730. Up 11.6 cents or over 4.24%. This is still positive to the upside, so we'll keep a careful eye on it. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.